Hello guys, welcome to Phones About review of Axgio Neon N3. This is the newest phone released by the company. It's very interesting, so let's check it. This is the phone itself, but we'll start with the box first. This is our box. It was a little bit damaged due to the delivery, but however our phone is not affected. The box looks pretty simple. Nothing interesting about it. It only has the phone specifications written on the back. So that's all. We can just summarize the phone specification. It has the newest processor MTK6732, which is a quad-core processor, and each core is clocked at 1.3 GHz. It comes with Android 4.4, but there is a promise by Axgio, and the phone should receive Android 5.0 in the near future. We are not sure when exactly. There is wide variety of broadband frequencies available, and the phone even supports 4G. It has 1 GB of RAM memory, 8 GB ROM. The front camera is 5 megapixels, but it is interpolated to 8 megapixels, and the back camera is 13 megapixels with Sony sensor. There is a 2500 removable battery. Let's check what's inside the box. This was the package. This is the package of the phone. This is a special tool which is used to open the backlit. We will show you that later. Inside you can also find, this is a micro SD card, which probably is a gift by our seller. This is a box with instructions. It's written in several different languages, so if you're not familiar with the smartphones, then you can take a look at this book. We also have the micro USB cable, but there is no Axgio branding. And we have a charger, still no Axgio branding, and it's look pretty standard. Nothing interesting about it. And we have a spare screen protector inside. So that's all. There is nothing more in the box. Okay, we will remove it and let's take with the phone. It was a very interesting phone because it was announced as a phone with a metal body. Actually, not all of the phone is metal. So let me show you. This part here is metal, along with the backlit, the whole backlit, and this side as well. However, the upside right here and the frame, the up frame right here, they are not metal, and the same is for the bottom part, still not metal. So this is plastic as well. The other part of the phone is metal. Anyway, it's a little bit interesting, not interesting, it's a little bit difficult, I'm sorry, to remove the backlit. That's why Axgio put special tool inside. Let me show you how to remove the backlit. If you use just your fingers, you can get hurt, so it's better to use the tool. You just insert it, you push a little bit, and then you press, and it will pop up, and then you can move it along the side of the phone just to open it. Okay, here is the pop, and this is the metal. It's metal. This is the battery and the SIM card slots. Let's remove the battery so you can see the card slots, the 5000 and the 2500 milliampere battery made by Axgio. And here are the SIM card slots. This is the second SIM card slot and the slot for micro SD card, the memory card slot. At the bottom you can see the first SIM card slot. We have a SIM card inserted already, and it's really difficult to remove it. Actually, we haven't tried yet, but it's look impossible from this angle. You can't catch it, you can't grab it, you can't press it, you can't push it. It's it looks impossible. I will try to remove it later, and maybe we can add this to our review, how to remove the actual first SIM card. But it's look really difficult. Anyway, let's put back the battery, and we can start the phone itself. Luckily, the back lid is easy to be placed and put, not so difficult as to remove it. Just need to press it a little bit harder. So okay, and it's ready. Okay. Uh, let's talk about the design a little bit before we turn the phone on. As we said, we have metal frame on both sides. We have the volume rocker and the power button, both placed right here on the right side. They're not loose, just a little bit, but it's not something annoying, and they're easy to press. There is nothing on the left side. On the top, you see the micro USB port and the audio jack. And on the bottom, there is only one hole for the microphone, that's all. Here is the main camera, 13 megapixels, sensor made by Sony. And this one here is just for decoration. It has no purposes. It's not a back touch panel or something like this, just for decoration. You can see the Axgio logo right here, along with the speaker at the bottom. Perhaps when we zoom a little bit, you can see that the backlit and this part right here have different colors. This is the metal part, this is the plastic one. They look a little bit different, but it's not really noticeable, and it's not something that you notice very easy. Okay, let's turn the phone on. The buttons at the bottom, unfortunately, are not lightened, and they're just drawings. So there is no, they don't produce any light, and you won't be able to see them in a dark room. Just drawings on the phone. Perhaps we need to decrease the brightness a little bit, so you should be able to see the screen better. And maybe that's better. Okay, we installed lots of applications so we can test the phone during our review. We can say that it works pretty well. It's smooth, there is almost no lag. You see the lag, but we just turned the phone on, so it's normal that there is some lag at starting. Okay, let's move to the settings first, so you can see what's there. There are not much interesting things there. It's pretty standard. It's like a stock Android ROM, not much settings. The only difference, you can see that these are the standard settings for the Android 4.4.4. The only difference is right here in the accessibility, when there are smart wake up gestures, but we'll cover that later. As we said, the phone is running Android 4.4 and it should be updated at some time by Axgio. You can see the Android version right here, and there are wireless updates. It's good that you don't need to connect your computer or your phone to your computer for the update. The phone has 1 GB of RAM memory. Unfortunately, it's not well optimized, and there is just very little amount of RAM left for the user. Oh, not right now. Actually, we used the phone for several days, and the maximum we have seen was about 200 megabytes of RAM. Now we have 400. We haven't seen that, and it's really interesting to test the phone again. Okay, it will be interesting for us as well, because the maximum RAM we noticed free was about 200, and it was difficult for us to test some of the phone's features because we got out of memory error. For example, we didn't manage to run battery or graphic tests because our phone just crashed, but we'll try to run them again later and maybe we can edit our review. Let's start with the Antutu. As you can expect, the processor is really powerful and it has a good result. For some reason it's not here. Let's check the specifications. You can see that everything is confirmed by Antutu. It says that the camera is actually 16 megapixels and the camera is capable of taking 60 megapixels pictures. We'll see that as well, but it's actually 13 megapixels. We can run a quick Antutu test, so you'll see the result. Probably the previous tests are deleted because our Antutu version was updated after our last test. So we'll see if there will be any difference. The result before that was about 31,000, which is pretty good. It's like we remember Nexus 5 making about the same result with Snapdragon 800 with the same software version. So it's pretty good. At the front side here, you can see the front camera, and these are the proximity and the light sensor. There is a big microphone here for your conversations, but we're not sure if it will be protected really well. It seems that it can get dirty really easy. Not sure if you will be able to see it. The phone feels pretty solid in the hand. It's comfortable to hold, and when the screen is turned off, it looks like there are no bezels on the screen. However, as you can see, there are bezels on both top and bottom sides. You see the bezel right here and another one at the bottom. When the screen is off, these bezels are, let's say, invisible, and the phone looks pretty good. However, when the screen is off, they're noticeable, but they're not so big. Of course, there are bezels at the top and the bottom, but the phone looks pretty good. Just a little bit more for the Antutu test, and we'll be ready. It's not very thick. It's about 8.9 millimeters, but it weighs about 170 grams. So perhaps maybe it's not for everybody. It's actually heavier than HTC M8, which is also made out of metal. Although this Axgio is not all metal. Remember we said that this is plastic, and this is plastic as well. Okay, we'll see the 3D performance as well. You can see that the graphics runs pretty well. It's because it has the Mali T760 GPU, which is the same placed at Note 4, for example, Samsung Galaxy Note 4. Of course, we can't expect that it will be optimized the same way as with Samsung Note 4, but it's still pretty good GPU for such phone. You can see the frame rate right here. It's about 25 frames per second, and it's even increasing to 30, which is not bad at all. Okay, the test is ready, and as we told you earlier, it's about 31,000. We will post the results at our website, so you can check more details there. We will not rate it now, please. We just want to exit the application. Okay. Let's move to some of the interesting settings this phone has. We mentioned the smart wake up, and it's right here. It has a dedicated application which is called Smart Wake Up. What Smart Wake Up allows you is just to draw some gestures on the screen, and then you will be able to execute something like shortcuts, let's say. For example, you see draw C to wake up dialer. Our screen is off. We draw C and you see the dialer. This is the idea behind the gestures. You can execute different commands this way. The other interesting section right here is called direct. Okay, it's right here. And actually it's something we are used to see with most of the Chinese phones, but Axgio decided just to take this into a separate application. There are lots of functions and you can use this with the proximity sensor. You can see the details. For example, if you're driving and you receive a call, just wave your hand in front of the proximity sensor. The call will be accepted and the microphone will be turned on. It's an easy way to activate the hands remote. There are some other options like gesture paging. Let me just show you what is this. You can browse around your phone with just waving your finger right here, the proximity sensor. So this is the idea behind the direct. Okay, let's move to the camera. The camera is actually pretty good and it's offers lots of options. Now we have enabled the voice capture mode and we will just remove this. Actually, there are only two options for taking a picture, 13 megapixels and 16 megapixels. No other options. There are lots of different shooting modes like right here. We'll just show them quickly. Let's take a quick picture. Here is a watch. We'll focus it and take the picture. Let's try one more right here. Okay. See that it's not bad at all. There is a good level of details. The camera takes good pictures. Let me show you about the other options. This is the panorama mode. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with the panorama. Actually, this is the panorama mode. And this is a multi-angle view mode. Let me just show you what is this. So you just take a picture and then you can move your phone into some direction. It will be saved and you get the multi-angle view. This is the multi-angle view picture. We also have motion track. For example, if there is a moving object, you can make several consecutive shots. And this is a live photo, which is actually something like a GIF. Just need to move the phone a little bit so there is some effect of live photo. And this is the live photo. And again, and that is. There is some interesting options here in the normal mode. You can preview the picture effects right here. It's a live preview and you can choose the most suitable effect you want to use. Let's say you want to take this picture just with black and white. And it's done. Have black and white. As we said, the camera is pretty good and we like its performance. There are some other options like voice capture. You can capture picture by saying some keywords. And there is gesture shot. For example, just you can wave and take a picture, a smile shot. The camera will detect your smile and will take a picture. As we said, the phone is running one of the latest MTK processors and it performs really well. However, we thought that there is a bad RAM management and actually we didn't manage to run some of our tests and we will show you what we meant. Just look at some of our screenshots. This is our graphic test. It's out of memory. We didn't manage to run it, but we will try one more time since the phone managed to free some memory right now. As we said, we had about 150 to 100 megabytes free RAM memory and we weren't able to execute all of the tests. And here is the battery test. It's out of memory again. We tried to play Asphalt 8. Unfortunately, we were not able because of the low memory again. But we'll try one more time during our review. Actually, the game was able to start, but when we tried to load the actual race and we were just thrown out of the game, nothing happened. Let's try one more time, just for our review. Some advertisements. We hope that it will run this time. Well, surprise. Perhaps we should edit our review as well, because it's actually the first time we managed to run the game. You can see it works pretty well. The graphics are really good. Okay, enough gaming. Well, this phone just surprised us. We didn't expect that. Anyway, it's a good phone. It costs a little bit more than $130, $140. Good camera, good performance, and promising future Android 5.0 update. We like the design, we like the camera, we like the performance. Thank you very much for watching us. Bye bye.